Alright, hey everybody, I just got fueled up and I'm on the road and I'm heading to meet my buddy Lance with Adventures of Shadow Dog. Great channel. I'll have a link up above here or down in the description too. And anyway, so I just got fueled up. I am packed completely with everything. I've got a full truck bed full of camping gear and I've got all my astro gear here inside with me. And let's see, today I am driving to just outside of Tulsa. I'll spend the night there, and then I'm heading into New Mexico, and then Lance and I are going to meet up pretty close to the very large array in New Mexico. We're planning on touring that, so stick around for that because I am sure I'm going to have some video of our tour around the radio telescopes, which should be pretty awesome. And I think they have a visitor center there and stuff. So anyway, be looking at that. So yeah, we're camping out and we're going to be doing a bunch of astrophotography. It's Bortle 1 skies there. So stick around. And here's a view of the road. Alright, so far so good. The trip's been uneventful. Getting ready to come into St. Louis here, so I thought I'd go ahead and turn the camera on as we skirt through, and then I'm going to be looking for some lunch following that. But yeah, trip's going good, and on time. I'll get into around Tulsa, I don't know, about 5:30 or so this evening. So let's have a look at St. Louis. Got through the other side of St. Louis, and then I'm just gonna try to get out of the city here and then look for a place to stop and get some lunch. And not planning on stopping too long. I want to keep moving today. But anyway, so far so good. It's pretty noisy out here, but I just stopped in, stretched my legs a little bit, and double checked my cargo. I mentioned earlier that I had really packed this thing up. Here, I'll show you. I think I've mentioned before in other videos, like when I go on these trips, I like to rent vehicles for one reason, so I don't have to put miles on my own. But the other one is it's fun to drive different vehicles across the country, and I'm actually enjoying this Jeep. It's pretty nice. It's a nice ride, and I really had to pack it full though to get all the camping gear, and that back is completely full of all my astrophotography gear. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to grab some lunch and then get back on the road. So I'll check back in with you later. All right, pit stop and lunch completed and back on the road here. I've got about 4 hours of driving time left and probably will make one more stop on the way. I've got to pick up I got to fill up on some gas here in about 150 miles or so. And that'll take me the rest of the way into just outside of Tulsa where I'm staying this evening. So I just saw that Lance tried to give me a call while I was out of the truck. So I'm going to give him a call back here. And anyway, check back in later. Well, sadly, there's a crash up here. Don't know how long this is going to take to get through it. The map says it's just a few hundred feet ahead of me, though, so hopefully if that's the case, it won't take too long. But 0 miles an hour right now. Really beautiful area of Missouri here. I love this time of year on these drives for the fall color change. I'm hitting it just about right, maybe a little bit early, but it's pretty good. I bet another week it'll be really red, and then they'll all start dropping off after that. So just made my gas stop for the day, and I got enough range to make it to my destination today. I heard from Lance. I got a voicemail from him. His trip is going so far so good today, and I can't remember exactly where he's spending the night. I think he's somewhere in Arizona. Yeah, so I haven't directly connected with him yet. We probably will tonight, but everything's going good for both of our trips so far. And yeah, anyway, so just gonna keep pushing forward here. All right, made it to Oklahoma. I've got about an hour left, so a little bit of work left to do. Going good though. So that was a pretty long day, and I'm just stretching my legs out, walking around the hotel. Not much of anything to look at here. So we'll get into some more beautiful country tomorrow. I was happy to see the hills and the changing colors there in Missouri. I thought was really pretty and had a nice sunset tonight. So anyway, it was a nice, enjoyable day of driving if you like to do that kind of thing. I do. And I try to get out and do this once or twice a year. Usually with my wife, we get out somewhere together, but it didn't work out this time. So it's just me, but I'm meeting my buddy. And Lance, just talked to him, and he had a good travel day. He's not quite done yet. He's still working on it, but he's a couple time zones over from me. So he started a little bit later, relatively speaking. But yeah, anyway. I'm just going to call it a night here and probably transfer some video off this camera and take a look and make sure everything's looking okay. But we'll get up, have breakfast, and hit the road tomorrow. And I've got another full day. Got to get over to, I'm going to Santa Rosa, New Mexico tomorrow. And that is about 4 hours from camp. So on Monday morning I'll get up early and head over and get to camp, and I'll be meeting Lance either at camp or a little place called Pie Town which I'm excited about, which is about 20 minutes from camp. And it is maybe a population of about 180, and they have a cafe there that's famous. So anyway, we're gonna go check that out, I think. So, all right, well, I'm gonna call it a night, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right, good morning. There wasn't much to look at back at the hotel, so I just figured I'd start updating here once I got on the road. And I slept pretty good last night, and breakfast sucked. I'm actually looking for something to grab to eat here still, because there really just wasn't anything at the hotel, which I paid for, or no, I guess I didn't. It was complimentary breakfast, but there wasn't much there going on, so. Anyway, yeah, I filled up. I got about the same amount of time on the road today as I did yesterday, and it's pretty nice out. It's chilly, but yeah, should be a nice day. And I think the countryside should get pretty interesting once we start getting into New Mexico and stuff, which will be a while. But anyway, I'm gonna keep focusing on the road, and we're gonna make our way to Santa Rosa, New Mexico today. I tried to clean the bugs off the windshield for you too. So the travel day's going pretty good so far. I've got about 430 miles or so left to go. So most of the day's still out in front of me. It's gotten pretty cloudy. It's breaking up a little bit. I need to check the weather forecast. The last time I checked for our camp spot, it was some clouds overnight, but mostly clear, and it's going to be pretty cold. It's going to be expecting in the 30s Monday and Tuesday, maybe down into the 20s on Wednesday, and I'll have to check and see if that's still good. Last time I looked was, I think day before yesterday, so I'm sure it's changed by now. I'll check tonight when I get to the hotel and see what we're looking at, but really hoping that we have some clear skies to get some imaging done in. If we don't, we're going to have fun anyway, and I know Lance is going to introduce me to rock hounding, so I'm hoping that he teaches me enough that I can look at a rock and know if it's a decent one or not, so we'll see. I don't know anything about geology, and he has a pretty good understanding of a lot of stuff. I love his channel, and you should definitely check it out if you haven't already. It's Adventures of Shadow Dog. But anyway, yeah, so I'm just kind of progressing through Oklahoma. I think I've got about, based on the mile markers, about 130 miles to the New Mexico border. So anyway, just continue moving forward here. All right, made it out of Oklahoma and into Texas here for a while. I've got about 275 miles left today, and which is shown in about just under 4 hours. I'll probably have one more stop. I'm gonna hit a rest area. I've already fueled up and I'm good to go for the rest of the trip here. So, and if I recall, the last time I was through here, the rest areas in Texas were really cool, and the geography has been changing here. I'll turn the camera around in just a minute, but we're getting more into this. I just love this. We start getting into more hills and plateaus and things like that, which we don't have quite yet, but I'm really looking forward, as we get further west here and into New Mexico. I just absolutely love the geography there. So, but yeah, anyway, everything's going good, and just continue moving forward here. I've been out this way numerous times actually, and this is the second time I've stopped here at this rest station, and I really, really like this rest station because the view here is amazing. Now, last time I tried recording from here, I had so much wind noise. I have a lavalier underneath my shirt this time, and I'm hoping it's better, and I've got noise reduction turned on. But in the past, it has just been, you couldn't even hear me talking. So the wind's hitting me in the back right now. So I'll try and stay facing this way. I did want to show you this. This is just super nice rest area. I don't know, if you appreciate a nice rest area, you know, this will be for you. But yeah, this facility is just really nice. It's pretty here, and it's done really well. But this landscape here is what I look forward to coming here and just stopping, not really for the rest area building itself, but just to think about this geology here, you know, how this got created, and pretty amazing. I guess it's a question for Lance when I get with him. You know, obviously I think this is predominantly shaped by the wind, but I think at one point in time this was the bottom of the ocean, an ocean floor, and there may have been, who knows if there were glaciers that made it down this far and carving this countryside. Potentially way back there was volcanic activity. I don't know. But it always leaves me with lots of questions, and I need to mark this location and actually look it up and find out more about this area, because it's just really beautiful. So anyway, I just wanted to stop and show you this because I really appreciate this part of the country, and especially this particular stop. So yeah, just gonna walk around a little bit, and I should probably go this way so the sun's in my face and not right in the camera. But this is where the wind is coming from. So it's a little hard. Maybe if I turn this way and yeah, it's just a nice place to stretch your legs and look around. I'm enjoying this trip so far. It's been relaxing. I haven't felt like I'm in a rush or anything. And traffic has been okay now that, you know, since I got past Tulsa, and I don't imagine it's going to be that bad the rest of the way to Santa Rosa today. And then once I head south from I'm actually going to run through Albuquerque, and then I'm going to go south down to where our camp location is by the VLA, and there shouldn't be anything traffic-wise to speak of there. So yeah, I think it's just going to be a nice, enjoyable rest of this traveling part of the vacation. Looking forward to getting there, getting set up at camp, and kicking back and hanging out and talking to Lance. And I'm sure we'll get on the camera together and just talk about stuff. So I'm looking forward to seeing him. If you don't know, I mean, so Lance is like my friend, but I've never met him. And he and I are YouTube friends, and we talk a lot. And the two of us just ended up having a whole lot of stuff in common, except rock hounding. I've never done that. But maybe after this trip, we'll have that in common too. We'll see what he can teach me. But, you know, if I can find one nice looking rock or crystal and take home for my wife, you know, that'll be a successful rock hounding trip for me. So it's nice. We've got some absolutely gorgeous skies. A few clouds. Weather forecast is still some clouds at night and in the 30s at our campsite, and wind. 10 to 15 miles per hour winds. So I think Lance and I are going to have some wind mediation to set up either with our trucks or where we position my tent. And I brought a canopy that I could kind of angle into a windbreak if needed. So we'll see. Hopefully it won't be too bad. Anyway, I'll let you go for now. I'm going to get back on the road. And I hope you're having an enjoyable day, and I will too. Talk to you later. This is the old Route 66 off to the side of the interstate here. And it's still being maintained. Blacktop. Some really beautiful area now. I'm going to be heading into the sunset here in a little bit. It'll be blinding. We're not too far from the Texas-New Mexico state line, so I'll get back with you here in just a little bit so we can celebrate the state line crossing. Wow, this vista is amazing. Over here out the window, if I'm pointed right, I can't really look, but we've got these plateaus and stuff. These kind of make up all over the landscape. It's just really neat, these formations. All right, coming into New Mexico.
To New Mexico.
Yes, that's great. Made it to New Mexico. I love this area. It's really good to be back. I try to get over here. I don't know. If I can, once a year, once every couple years or so. But yeah, I do love it. It's good to have this progress. I've got about hour and 15 minutes left or so to get to. I'm going to Santa Rosa and be relaxing there tonight and getting ready to head to camp tomorrow morning. So anyway, it's going good. Love being in New Mexico. About 10 minutes outside of Santa Rosa, driving right into the setting sun here. It is so bright. It's getting really pretty though. Sadly, we've got lots of clouds. I'm hoping that this clears up for us tomorrow and Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll see. We've got lots of other stuff to do and try to have fun with if we get clouded out, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, been a good day. Got a lot of miles behind me. It went smoothly. It's a nice ride, uneventful. Lots of beautiful country. And yeah, nothing to complain about. It's a really nice travel day. So looking forward to getting to camp and getting set up tomorrow. That'll be nice to be able to just plant for a little bit. Anyway, we'll just go ahead and turn around here and let you have a look at what I'm seeing, and we'll drive on into Santa Rosa. hey, good morning. So I just got out of the hotel. I'm actually on time and getting ready. Just basically running through town here to get to the highway. I'm not exactly sure what highway I'm getting on yet. But anyway, going to be heading southwest to near the very large array. And it's a little place called Datil Wells in New Mexico. Yeah, anyway, here, let me give you a look at the town here. It's cute. I've been trying to get the camera squared up with the horizon okay. I'm sure I've done poorly, but it's hard to see it. And drive, so I've been prioritizing driving over the camera, but yeah, so anyway, we're gonna hit the road here, and I got a little breakfast.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto US.
I got a little breakfast to go, and so anyway, I'm set. Shouldn't have to stop but maybe one time. I think I'll get some gas here in about 100 miles or so. All right, talk to you later. So just finished gassing up for the last time before I get to camp. I'm about 1 hour, and really beautiful country here that I'm in right now. I did y'all a favor and clean the windshield. I don't know how long it'll last. It's been futile trying to keep the windshield bug-free for the video stuff, and I have favored driving safely over trying to get great cinematic video, so please forgive me on that one. I've done my best. So yeah, I saw a sign for the VLA. I think I'm going to be going past it, and if I do, I'm going to pull over, and if I can have a view, get some pictures or something, maybe a little video around that. I know Lance and I are going to actually be touring it maybe tomorrow, I think is our plan. If not tomorrow, then on Wednesday. But anyway, just coming outside of the city limits here, and hopefully get back up to highway speed here in just a minute. But it's going good, and I'm looking forward to getting camp set up and being able to relax a little bit. I think I've had enough traveling until I have to go back home. So yeah, the VLA's in 44 miles, so we'll see if we get a look at it. And all right, so I'll talk to you later. close to the VLA. I actually just saw one of the radio telescopes off in the distance over this way. I'm about 25 miles from camp, and I'm a little bit ahead of schedule. So if I have an opportunity here, I'm going to pull off if I've got a decent view and I'm close enough to the VLA to just snap a couple pictures and get a little bit of video if it works out. But anyway, this is exciting. You know, I've been by this area multiple times, and I've always wanted to pull in here and check this place out, and always been on a mission, and so didn't pull off to do it. So I'm really happy to actually have a trip here where we're focused on actually going to come here and go to the visitor center and check this place out. It should be really, really cool. So anyway, let's see if we can find it. Yeah, I can see the facility off in the distance now, and I'm seeing some radio telescopes that are out here, out in the open area, off to my left. Alright, looks like there's a rest site, so maybe there'll be a good place to pull over. There's a big radio telescope right up in front of us here. It's a lot closer to the road than the facility. We'll be at the facility tomorrow, so I think I'm going to just try and get up as close as I can to this radio telescope here, because that's going to be close enough to actually see it pretty well. Tourist parking. I just want to kind of pull off right here and we'll have a look at this radio telescope. Oh, okay, yeah, we'll park right here. So that's the VLA facility out in front of us there. Alright, so it's a little bit windy out here, but I've got wind noise suppression on the camera, so hopefully it won't be too noisy and you can hear me okay. But this is super cool. So I've got the radio telescope, one of them right behind me here. Gosh, there's, I don't know how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, there's like 14 or 15 of them in view here. So let's walk across the street and have a look at this thing. You can see the line of these out in the distance. They've got a railway that goes along to them. I imagine that's for bringing things in and out, and maintenance and repairs and so forth. Hey, this is moving right now. If you can hear it, I can hear the motor running on it. Is that just absolutely awesome or what? Lance just messaged me, and he's running a little bit behind, so I've got time It's really nice out here today. I think we're gonna, as I've been driving here southwest, the clouds have been clearing up a little bit. There's still quite a few clouds, but it's given me some hope that since it's clearing, maybe it'll continue clearing and we'll get some breaks in the action tonight so that we can point our telescopes up in the air. And forecast that I looked at, it looked like we had some clear times. We might not get all night, but I think we're going to have some blocks of time where we can do some imaging, which if it's dark and clear and we got decent scene, we won't need a whole lot of time out here in Bortle 1. So I'm going to shoot at f1.9 tonight, and so I'll be able to get a lot done in a little bit of time. So I suppose I better head back into the truck. We'll look the other direction here. It's kind of into the sun. Yeah, that's the facility. So we'll be coming and visiting that tomorrow. There's a visitor center there. We'll get to walk around and check stuff out. Well, let's get back on the road. It looks pretty good. I think we'll go ahead. I think I found a spot that I like. It's clear in the back. Had a couple of tent campers there. Might be some others pull in. There are people here, but I don't think it'll be a problem. And I did see a nice open clearing back there, so I think we'll have a clear view. Looking really good as far as our sky conditions. Nice blue sky right now. So yeah, I just need to pay the bill here and go set up. And then I'm meeting Lance over at a place, it's called Pie Town, and it's famous. And there's a restaurant there that apparently, if you want pie, that's the place to go. So we're going to go check it out, get some lunch there. All right, talk to you soon. All right, so this is right nice. I'm going to take you for a little walk around here. And then I got to take off and head up to Pie Town and meet Lance, and then we're going to come back. I just staked a claim, so let me show you what we got going on. It's really pleased. This is cool. So coming into our little camp area, we've got a little circle drive coming around in and out, and a little open space there, and place for Lance's rig to park. I think would probably be good. We've got a fire pit there, and some open area around there, little picnic table. But what I really am stoked about, and I staked a claim on it, is we've got this concrete pad back here, And this is going to be a perfect place to set up our telescopes. So we've got field of view is good all the way around. We've got some trees, so like maybe a little bit of obstruction, but that's only like maybe 10 or 15 degrees or so. And by the way, we're at a little over 7,400 feet here. So, and we've got this area back here, so we can spread out. It's a little bit windy. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty nice little spot here. So, and they have restroom facilities, which is very nice and convenient. So I was wondering where I was gonna dig a hole. So okay, well I'm gonna head up to Pie Town and let's meet Lance and check back with you in the truck. All right, we are in Pie Town, and I just pulled into a place here. It's called Pioneer, and this is a famous place, I guess. And right in front of me here is Lance's rig. And do I see that he has shadow with him? I think he does. But yeah, so we're gonna check out some pie in Pie Town. And I'm so excited. He actually brought shadow with him.
Doug from Astro AF.
You brought shadow with you. It's
I
Lance.
decided to bring him.
That is awesome.
I did.
So this like totally made my trip. I mean, everything else could go wrong. We could have clouds, and I get to meet Shadow.
Oh, well, thank
Lance,
you.
I'm Doug.
It's so good to meet you. And look, if only I just cross our fingers
Yeah.
because they're perfect.
I mean, we might get some clouds, but you know, I mean, we'll take what we get.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
in this beautiful area.
Oh yeah, no kidding, right?
So yeah, the Pioneer. I got to learn more about it. I got a
I
couple
do too.
links my wife sent me, and but Shadow.
Yeah, I did bring him, and we rock hounded yesterday.
Yeah,
Oh,
your
jeez.
pictures. I'm looking forward to seeing your video on the petrified forest.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
cool. Well, I'm gonna put this camera down so we
Okay.
can just hang out.
Okay. All right, Shadow, we're gonna put.
All right, everybody. So
I'm gonna put him in the camper.
meet up successful, and we're gonna go have some pie in Pie Town, and I'll tell you all about it. I'll talk to you later. So I had a really nice time meeting Lance, and we had lunch together at this place there, that Pioneer in Pie Town, and wow, that place was amazing. Definitely a worthwhile stop. I am way too full. I'm gonna have to work some of this off. But yeah, we're on the way back to camp now, and it's such a beautiful drive out here. The landscape is just amazing. We still have beautiful skies right now, and hopefully this will keep clear through the night. And I'm excited about our camp spot. I'll show you that next as we're setting up. I'm really liking that there's a concrete pad there to set the telescopes up on. So that'll be really nice. So anyway, here's what I'm looking at right now. And I'll go ahead and set the camera down now so I can finish out this drive and make it back to camp. Lance is up to. He's got a big scope. You call this one Papa Bear, you said?
Mama bear.
This is Mama Bear, so you got one. Is Papa Bear bigger or is Mama Bear bigger?
This was 1,000 millimeter focal length and 195 millimeter aperture. The Papa Bear that's in the truck is 1,250 millimeter focal length and a 254 millimeter, I think it is, aperture. Now it's unlike your Schmidt Cassegrain, that kind of goes back and forth a little more. This is a true Newtonian design. Other than this is a Maxitoff Newtonian, so it has a lens to correct for coma.
Okay.
On the front, where a true Newtonian would not. But the mirror's in the back, and the light goes down, hits the mirror, reflects up to the secondary mirror and into the camera. Now yours goes back and forth like 4 times, doesn't it? Or
3 conventionally. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3
Okay.
conventionally, and then it's got the corrector, and then it also has a field flattener built into the back because it's really designed for the.
So yours is
edge is designed for
shorter.
imaging.
Yours is shorter, but you get a long focal length.
Yes, it's like 2320 or something like that. I think at full native focal length.
Yeah, that's really a long focal length.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I find it kind of hard. There's a lot of things that are challenging about that with autofocusing and things like that because of stars and donuts on the stars and start going out of shape for autofocus. So there's some configuration that you can do to help kind of offset that, but it gets a little complicated. I like the 7x reducer at 1440 focal length. That's really good. But I'm having a lot of fun with the I call it the Hyper AF.
So Doug's a lot smarter than I am. He's got a lot more going on up here. This is about simple with the lens up front correcting for coma. I don't even have to use a coma corrector. Just throw the camera in and focus, and that's about it. Other than maybe a filter for light pollution or different things like that. But it's a full color CMOS camera, so I'm not even shooting narrowband.
I like your guide setup here.
Yeah. Yep, I forgot the model number of that ASI.
60 millimeter.
It's a great little, it's a great little.
So like a 120.
Yeah, it's a ASI 178 millimeter. And
the 178 mm. Okay.
Yeah, it's a good. I mean, I watched other YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Where people really raved about it, so I went with it, and it's great. Yeah, and this is an Orion G24 camera, which is the exact same as the ASI ZWO MC24. It's 2400 MC Pro, full color CMOS, large pixels, very forgiving with guiding because of that. It's meant for long focal length cameras or telescopes, and this is kind of on the actually shorter end of the range that they typically recommend for it. It's like at the very end, on the short side, even at 1,000 millimeters.
Yeah.
And then I have another camera that is the equivalent to the ASI ZWO 2600 MC Pro, smaller pixels, works great with this as well. But this has enormous well depth, so it's hard to blow out bright areas.
Yeah.
It's a very forgiving camera, so I like it.
Nice. And so you're setting up some
just a wind. You know, the wind
barrier here.
died down. Careful not to trip over that. Remember, it was blowing just a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
And feel it now.
I know. I figure if I don't set up the wind barrier on mine,
then it won't blow.
It won't blow.
You may be right, but it's coming from the west southwest. So I thought, all right, let's put this up now, because if I wait until it starts to blow, then it's miserable.
Okay, I'm gonna leave you at it.
Okay.
We have beautiful skies.
We really do.
We have some clouds off in the distance there. Prevailing wind is not coming from that direction though. So we will see. It's a little bit hazy there. Scene might be a little poor tonight. We'll see. Just a little bit hazy, but isn't that pretty over there?
Beautiful.
All right. Bring in good luck. All right, so going to get set up. It'll be dark enough to start trying to see where we're at focus-wise, and there's like 1,000 things that could go wrong, and one thing that can go right. So hopefully the luck is on our side here this evening, and we will get a good connection from the computer, and things will start up, and we'll get in focus and be able to take some images. So it's always fun, always a challenge. All right, I'll talk to you later.